RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning. RBB, a live morning talk show that gives you the ability to get the coach you need, strategist you wish you could afford, social media manager and strategist, marketing strategist, project manager, certified OBM, VA, business startup strategist, profit strategist, web strategist, email funnel strategist, sales page strategist, PR strategist, time management, mindset, and overall business development strategist. We answer it all. With over 25 years of business experience, both in corporate and small business worlds, we really can answer it all. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having an amazing day. We are going live today on the RBB Morning Show page. So I'm just reminding everybody, I'm going to put a link and everything over on the main Be Boss Girl page. I hope that everybody has had an amazing weekend and you did a bit to take care of yourselves this weekend. Gina is coming in here. I'm moving her over and getting her all situated. There we go. There's Gina. So excited this morning to be with you all, as always. How are you this morning, Gina? Are you with us, Gina? Oh, there you are.
Every time. I'm doing great. I had a blender issue this morning.
Oh, no. I've had those.
Yeah. We're all good. It's all good. We're all good. But it was like, come on. Like when you're making a smoothie and your blender has that like smell where you think that it's like
you're gonna kill it. It's gonna burn it.
Today's the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me this morning, and I was like, oh great, here we go. Permanent roommate's gonna be so mad.
Yeah, I understand. Been there, done that.
Today's the day.
I hate that I can't mute this when I'm moving it around and doing stuff. So I'm letting everybody know that over on the Be Boss Girl page this morning, that is where we are live, is over on the RBB page. I let everybody know last week, but I don't know if everybody caught up because Friday was a quiet day for us. So
yes, Friday was a very quiet day.
I think everybody checked out early on Friday.
Yeah, I think so.
I can blame them because I wanted to too.
Yeah, me too. It was just,
Yeah. Friday was just one of those days. Everybody wanted to check out early.
Yes. Everybody was just, I think that there's been this energy of everybody like grinding as hard as they possibly can because now we're halfway through we're at the halfway point for the year. And I think that started catching up with people.
Yeah.
Like across the board.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I've invited a bunch of people and brought them over to this page. So hopefully people will join us over here. We got a couple of people watching with us. So say hi this morning. Make sure to say hi so that we know you're here. Because again, doing this live through the webinar piece for Zoom, we can't tell who's here and who's not. So
yeah, we don't know. So we can't tell you hello if you don't tell us where you are or who you are. Not where you are, but who you are.
Well, you can tell us where you are too.
Well, that's cool too.
That works for me. I am not caffeinated enough quite this morning. I have been up since 5:30, but I didn't have a cup of coffee. This is my first cup of coffee. I'm trying to be very good and cut down on the amount of caffeine I'm drinking. Trying. It's not going so well so far, but I am trying.
It takes some practice. Like I've started to where this is the first cup. This is the first and only cup that I will have throughout the day. And I have water first, like when I'm sitting down and doing my morning journaling and then all of that other stuff, I have water with me, not coffee. And it's been doing a lot better because I'm not dehydrating myself and then trying to rehydrate myself. I'm just hydrating first thing in the morning. And it's been very helpful as far as like waking me up. This morning is taking me a little bit to wake up. It got very hot in my room last night, and it's because the fur children, I guess, were cold. So they're piled all on top of me and, their body heat. So like I was sweltering and it didn't matter. It didn't matter how many different ways I moved Gizmo. He just came right on back and he kept trying to sleep on my head.
Good morning, Faith. Thanks for joining us over on the new page. We're trying to clean up our Be Boss Girl page. It's going to get crazy with the membership club launching and webinars and all kinds of stuff. So we wanted to clean it up and bring the morning show over to where it belongs, because we have a page for it. We've just been trying to grab everybody from Be Boss Girl. So today we're talking about why social media is the cornerstone of your online business. We all know this, but I think people forget how important investing in their social media is. I had a conversation this morning, and Gina is going to crack up about this because we were talking about this last night. Evening, whenever we talked. Yeah, whenever that was. So
we were good this weekend.
We were very good this weekend. We talked to each other for about an hour yesterday, but that was it. We were very, very good this weekend. We didn't work. I went to 2 movies on Friday night. We went to our local drive-in, and don't see them about either of them. They were horrible. A lot of people are arguing me about Aladdin. I hated it. I'm just saying. And Godzilla made the 50s Godzilla movies have a better storyline. Let me tell you, it was bad. The special effects were good, obviously, but that was it. And then Saturday I went shopping with my best friend. Her and I went and she needed some more band t-shirts. So we went band t-shirt looking, and we went to the House of Guitars and to the mall and all kinds of stuff. So it was a shopping day and we did nothing else. It was awesome.
Yeah. I took a 6-week money mindset course that I bought late last year. I never finished, and I did it boot camp style this weekend and finished the whole thing this weekend because we were stuck inside. It was storming rain, so I took advantage of it to get that done so that I could start really doing the exercises and really diving in. And I just did that and hung out with permanent roommate. He slept a lot, and that was kind of it. We went on he called it a Walmart adventure, and I was reminded why I hate going to the grocery store with him. He's like a child. I can't take him down the cereal aisle. So I hate going to the store with him. I hate it.
My 21-year-old went grocery shopping with me Friday afternoon. I have not taken him grocery shopping in years, years and years and years. I will not take him grocery shopping with me again because it was the same thing. We have 9 boxes of cereal in the house now. Don't know why. And 12 different kinds of donuts. Prepackaged, fresh made, just donuts. And yes. Twinkies and Pop-Tarts. Things that I never allowed him to eat as a child, I think is the problem. Now he's adult. He can rub my face in the fact that he can buy them himself. I don't know.
I don't know. Rusty, he was in there, he kept disappearing. I need to go, you go look for this and I'm going to go over here. Stop. There was all kinds of unauthorized stuff in the buggy.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be talking about social media being the cornerstone of your business. A lot of people just don't invest in their social media.
Mm-mm.
And they think they can DIY it. And this is a huge deal. Or they think they can hire a general purpose VA. Now, there are VAs out there that have tagged themselves as social media VAs. I wish they would stop calling themselves VAs, though, because if they're actually really good at social media, then they should be a social media manager or social media strategist.
Yeah.
Not a VA. Nothing wrong with VAs. Let me put that out there. I have nothing wrong with VAs. We have a VA. I love my VA. We
both started as VAs in the online business world. Yes. So we have nothing against VAs. Our issue is that people are constantly, I think, abusing their VAs and doing them disservices often because
that happens way too much. So this morning there was a post on, I don't remember which group. I got to write this down when I see them. That this woman is ranting and raving and how horrible her VA is at doing her social media. And a few of us started asking her questions, and she hired a general purpose VA. And we've all heard the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. That is very much true for a VA, just as if you hire a handyman, you can't hire a handyman and expect him to build you custom cupboards. That's a completely different thing. or hire a plumber that, well, he can fix a couple other little things and then expect him to build you a house. That's not what they do. So first of all, be very, very careful with who you're hiring, and know that you're hiring somebody that's appropriate for the job that you need. And don't be afraid to hire more than one person to do things. Yeah, it doesn't cost you more, people.
Well, I don't understand the idea of people trying to find highly specialized skills all in one person.
Hiring a unicorn VA. Well,
they don't exist.
They're a jack of all trades, master of none. I mean, there are some VAs that do more than one thing. I will admit that they do kind of exist, but they also don't have the time to keep up with some of their skills. So something that I was going back and forth and explaining in this particular thread is she's like, well, supposedly she did the Facebook Blueprint training. That's awesome. When did she do it? Well, 2 years ago. So much has changed in the last 2 years. You have to redo that training like probably once every 6 months in order to really stay up with everything that's going on, and maybe even more than that. It might even be more than that, because Facebook changes how things work and in the algorithms and all of that. I mean, I am a social media strategist and marketing strategist. I spend an hour a day looking at what's going on. I'm part of 2 special groups. I don't think they're taking anything new because there are so many of us in them, but I'm part of dev groups for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I was one of the first 10 people on Twitter, so I know Twitter because I know the people who wrote the software, and I am part of those conversations with Facebook. They ask us what we think about something that they're going to release before, like 6 months before they release it. So I know what's coming down the pike for Facebook. I can't tell you all, so don't even ask. I have a non-disclosure agreement and all of that stuff with them. But I spend an hour a day doing this and making sure that I stay on top of it for our team, my customers, all of that. And my customers, in return, I'm not putting myself in this because I have not dedicated myself until last week to my own social media, or our social media. Even again, my personal brand social media has been ignored for like 3 months. Our social media for Be Boss Girl and DG Marketing and RBB Morning Show has been pretty much ignored because I've been so busy building the backbone of all of it. Gina and I have been so in development world for the last like 2.5 months, getting all of the pieces set up that our own social media is failing behind. So don't look at my social media, telling you, just don't look at it. But my customers, one of my customers gets millions of dollars in sales from her social media because of things I've put in place, because I know how the algorithms work. The best time to post, the best hashtags to post, how to find the best hashtags to post, which I've already told you that secret. I'm not going to share it again, but we've told you that secret quite a few times. Where we should be finding content to post, because you shouldn't always be only posting your own content. You should be posting other people's too. And again, copyright laws, don't be just hijacking people's stuff without asking permission. There are so much that goes into knowing what the best thing to post, knowing that your customers could have a code of ethics and legal stuff that they have to post or can or cannot post. Knowing all of those things. Social media is not something you do when you don't know what else to do.
I think so. Let's put this into perspective. Again, the real world, our real world, and I call it real world because this is digital marketing. This is the digital world, and people have a hard time reconciling the digital with the 3D. So in 3D land, let's say that you wanted to start a new company and you needed to advertise. And you want to do a TV advertisement. Are you going to DIY your TV advertisement? No, you're not. You're going to get in touch with a local advertising company that can help you. If you want to get a billboard to start doing advertisement, are you going to DIY a billboard? No, you're not. You're going to call the number on the billboard and get everything set up and let the experts help you set it up, because they're going to have a design team that helps you design the billboard so that it fits appropriately. So you're going to do it that way. Same thing with print marketing. Are you going to DIY your mailer that you're sending out? No, you're not. You will call a local print advertising agency. Your social media is digital marketing. It is the digital version of all of these things. So for it to be as successful as it can possibly be, and we're not talking about, because also people tend to confuse influencer style marketing with the rest, like with the rest of what digital marketing is. It's not just these bloggers and these influencers that you see that are just making their post on Instagram and then that's it. That's not how it works. There are all kinds of other facets and all kinds of other pieces to it. And influencer style marketing, if you are looking to grow and scale your brand beyond a personal influencer brand, there's more to it than just how your Instagram feeds looks. There's so much more to it than that.
So to do even Instagram influencer marketing, there is a process. If you want a good influencer, I mean, we can all find some cheesy influencer who thinks they're an influencer, somebody who's bought most of their followers, that kind of thing. Those are easy to find.
Yes.
But to find a good influencer, a true influencer, first of all, that's not free to get them to do any influencer marketing for you. You should be paying for that.
Yes.
And trying to reach out to an influencer and having somebody do it for free. I am not a true influencer and I don't do anything for free when somebody reaches out. I'm going to be doing some walking store influencer marketing this week. That's part of the shopping I did this weekend. One, I got a free pair of shoes from walking store. And two, they paid me very, very well. Of course, I don't get paid until I finish the process, which I understand because they've been burned by a lot of influencers and things like that. So they don't pay until after, but I'm getting paid very, very well. And I'm getting to use stuff on my Instagram and things. So I will actually be upping my Instagram this week, but I'm getting paid my normal hourly rate to do influencer marketing. So keep that in mind. Plus they pay per photo that I take. And I'm taking photos with my iPhone, people. I'm not like hiring a professional photographer or anything. So influencer marketing, when done right, is a paid position. Influencer marketer, how most small businesses do it is, I don't know what that is. That's fake it till you make it. I guess is the best way to put it. In influencer marketing, they have mailing lists. They are a true business within themselves, the really good influencers. They have mailing lists. They don't necessarily always have a website. I actually know some very successful influencers that don't have a website because it's not part of what they do, but they blog on their social media. They
pro blog. They have business managers. They have
full social media teams and a PR. I mean, I have helped. I was part of a social media team for an influencer for a while. I could not continue to do it because I was growing my business and she needed me 40 hours a week. So, I mean, true influencer marketing is a very different thing than how most small businesses are treating it right now. They don't DIY.
No, not at all. And the reason for that is because, and Danielle found a really cool graphic that she shared with me this morning, and I loved it because it's perfect. It was an iceberg. So people think like, you have the tip of the iceberg and that's all anybody sees, right? That's out of the water. So that all people see or they think that matters is getting verified and their number of likes. And that's and their follower count. And then that's all that matters when going into your social media and your social strategy. When there's all of this stuff that's going on up underneath the surface that nobody sees, because ultimately your social media and those followers, and I hate to word this like this, but I don't know any other way to kind of make the point, but that of course, naturally your number of followers doesn't equal your revenue necessarily, but it does equal your brand awareness. It does equal, people recommending you and thinking of you and knowing who you are. And that equates to your revenue. The more people know who you are, the more you're considered an expert in your field, the more your content sticks out, the more your content resonates, the more your content moves people forward, teaches them something, adds value, the more money you're going to make. And you have to have a strategy behind that to make sure more people will see that. So it's not post it and pray. It's not post and pray. Like there is a strategy.
There has to be. And if social media growth, so there's different strategies for what the goal of your social media is. Is your social media goal to get people to your website? That's a very different strategy than if your social media is to grow your social medias because you want to head towards influencer marketing. To get to that point, to do it well and to do it I don't want to say necessarily organically, because I would definitely suggest you pay for ads and stuff to get to that point. But to do it the right way, not buying bots, not buying automatic likes and all of those weird things that are out there that Instagram is trying to ban. There is an influencer that last weekend went from 250,000 followers to 1,000.
How did that happen?
Instagram removed all of their bots and ghost accounts.
I'm trying really hard not to laugh.
So you need to be very aware. Well, when you're looking at hiring an influencer, you also need to be very, very aware how they got those followers. And there are some easy ways to tell. But you need to be very careful when you're trying to get to that point, whatever the point your social media is at and where you need it to go and what it is for. So my Rockstar, Danielle Rockstar CEO is meant to be my personal brand. It is an influencer account of sorts. You won't see a lot of the influencer things I've done in the past on that account because I did them all in the tech world, and I've removed all that because I don't want to be constantly getting computers and tablets and weird phones and things to review anymore. I have no interest in doing that any longer. I have reviewed a $5,000 computer system before, which is awesome, and it sits in my corner over here because I have no use for it.
Talk about the really loud keyboard that got banned in your house.
I have a $300 German keyboard that I absolutely love how it feels, but it's very, very loud and clicky. And for Mother's Day, they bought me a silent keyboard. And Gina is extremely grateful.
That was probably one of my favorite. That is one of my favorite text messages from you thus far from our friendship. And there have been a lot, but that one was my favorite.
So, I mean, you don't be careful what you're doing and how you're using things. My Rockstar CEO page is for influencer marketing. I was surprised to get a email from the walking company. It's not something I've ever done before, but they've been watching my account. And I will admit my account sucks right now. My engagement is less than like 0.02% or something, but they looked at my followers. I have real followers. I don't have bots. I went through and some, you get ghost accounts. You get people who stop using Instagram and things like that. So you do need to go through and clean up your own accounts every once in a while, especially when you get up past a couple thousand followers. I've got like 7,200 followers or something at this point. Now our DG marketing account, I say my because Gina does not do Instagram.
Gina does not do any social media at all. It will be remedied. But currently I needed and this is something we'll talk about like in the future, but I needed a real break, like a true real break.
So yeah. Gina doesn't do it. So I when I say my account, it's really our account, but DG marketing, that is specifically for driving customers to our website. That's
the whole purpose is driving traffic.
You will see me post a quote every once in a while, but for the most part, it is pure sales copy. And that's the point of it. Be Boss Girl is a mix of building strong women relationships, and it is a very small account. And I'm very happy with where it is. We've only got like 52 followers or something like that right now, but they're highly interactive. And I love it because there are 52 of my ideal clients. We talk back and forth. We message each other back and forth. That's a really good, you don't have to have high followers to have a good Instagram account.
No, I have a friend, two friends actually, that their accounts were less than 500 and they were getting like major like brands and things reaching out to them because of their engagement and how organic and awesome. Like, so the account, it was like could have been considered like a small baby account, but it was a powerhouse of a small, because think about that. Let's look at this way. Would you rather have like 10,000 followers that never engage, want no part of what you're putting up, or 500 followers where every single one of those followers is commenting, engaging, all watching your stories, liking your stuff? Like, which one would you rather have? I would take the small one. And it's 500.
There are major brands right now looking for micro influencers, and they're looking for somebody who's got 50 to 60% engagement from their followers. They don't care how many followers you have.
It's all about
50 to 60% engagement.
It's all about the engagement. So I'm going to drive that home really quick because Danielle's always talking about engagement, but engagement is the most important thing. In fact, I would even go so far as to say your follower account truly doesn't mean diddly. It does not mean diddly. Your follower account does not mean anything. What's important is your engagement.
That is true for Instagram. However, Facebook has a completely different strategy and how you should use it and why you should use it. And it has a different strategy for what it is for too. I have influencers who write all their blog posts and use it for long form stuff. I have customers who use it purely for just sales stuff. I have people that want engagement. Facebook business pages that are harder to get engagement on. You really want your follower count fairly high, but only if they're your ideal customers. I don't understand the working on getting numbers up and who cares where they come from does not make any sense for your business. If you are a business, if you're an influencer, I guess it doesn't matter, but no, that's not even true. But it just work on, you have to know what the strategy is for each platform. Twitter has a completely different strategy.
Twitter is an animal all its own, man.
It is. And Instagram or LinkedIn is another animal on its own. And then you have Pinterest. Again, Pinterest is not social media. It is a search engine. We've gone over this 9,000 times.
But we have to keep bringing it up because it is considered social media.
But Pinterest, followers on Pinterest don't mean diddly squat. Like, I don't even care if I have any followers. Because it means nothing. Nobody actually follow. I mean, if you follow somebody on Pinterest, you're not going and looking at their feed constantly. That's just not how that works. Nobody uses Pinterest that way. I don't know why they still even have that in there. You want monthly engaged. You want
views.
Views. That's what you're looking for. Is you're looking for views and monthly engagement. That's it.
That's what's most important. So just to drive the point home, your social media in the digital world. So if you have a digital business, then social media is digital advertising.
It is your digital advertising. It is your ads. It is your billboard, but it is the cornerstone of your online business. And if you aren't doing it well and doing it right, there's a reason why your business isn't growing at the pace you want. And DG Marketing and Be Boss Girl are two perfect examples of this. DG Marketing only has less than 300 followers. Part of that is because I went through it. I cleaned that out 6 months ago. I unfollowed so many people and kicked a bunch of people off of my feed to get where I was heading, because it was part of the Be Boss Girl world before. I needed to get where it was heading, changed to where it was heading. And we get contacted and we get leads from Instagram. I have hardly any followers. Heck, I haven't been posting very consistently. I have been doing everything wrong with the account, yet I'm still getting followers and I'm getting leads. When you do it right, there are ways to really, really do it right. But even if you're doing only bits and pieces right, you will grow. It will grow your business. And that is why it's the cornerstone of building your business. I mean, your first piece is making sure you actually have a business to build. Obviously, that's always your first piece. But knowing who your clients are, knowing your branding, it comes down to the knowing your who, what, where, when, why, and how. Once you know that, if you know it well and you are a good copywriter and have hashtag strategy and sales strategy, knowing what that strategy is, what the end result, where you need to lead people, your customer journey is well designed. Your social media is absolutely the cornerstone and is what will build your business quickly. Yes,
it's very important. And stop, I guess, quit doing it with a wing and a prayer.
Yeah. The poke and hope strategy and the DIYing. Well, I saw something on Pinterest. Well, did that thing that you saw on Pinterest, is it from this week or was it from a year ago? Because years ago, Pinterest or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook strategy is not true any longer.
Yeah, check the date on those blog posts, you guys. If it's not if it's not something from the last
30 days.
Yeah.
30 days.
Yeah, then it's not. Yeah. So, but that's okay, you guys. We're it's okay. Don't think that we're sitting here telling you you're doing everything wrong or that you're awful or that you're failing. It's not, you're not at all. It's because you don't know any better. But now that we've told you, you do know better. And so when you know better, you can do better. And that's the point.
And not everybody can hire somebody to do something for them. But you have to, that's just that much harder that you have to work to get to the point that you need to be to grow everything.
Yeah, which means you have to take the time to educate, truly educate yourself and really learn. And that does not mean going in every Facebook group under the sun and asking the masses for advice or anything like that. Actually sit down and
learn yourself.
Take courses, implement exactly what the courses are telling you to do, step by step. Don't skip anything because you think it's not relevant. Follow it to the letter. And once you start implementing it and learn, truly trying it, that's when you really start learning. And you may come up with your own formula or your own strategy or something like that works for you. I mean, but you won't know if you don't try and if you don't actually sit down and truly educate yourself the correct way. Facebook groups are great, but everybody, and I hate to say this, but almost everybody that's in a Facebook group, they're poking and hoping just as much as you are.
There are some Facebook groups that are phenomenal for asking questions. You want to go to the ones where you can find people like myself, Brittany Moffitt. Now, Brittany Moffitt's Facebook group is about content marketing and social media marketing. That is the point of the whole entire group.
Go join that one.
Go join that one. She's one of my award-winning content strategists on my team. So
our team.
I keep saying I don't mean our team. She is amazing. And her Facebook group is also amazing. She teaches everybody so much amazing skills and answers those amazing questions. And her and I do the same thing. Brittany and I have the same skill set, are selling the same skill set, and yet we collaborate with one another so much. She is amazing to work with.
Brittany is awesome. And you guys have to think, just to even put this into more perspective for you, Brittany's a corporate content marketer.
Yes.
So think about that for a second. She's doing this in the corporate world, she's working on major campaigns with huge budgets and writing for them. So girl knows what she's talking about. Don't dismiss her because she's not posting about her crystals and tarot cards every day of the world and how a business is 100% in it. She's good.
She is amazing.
She is good.
So, which is why when I say she's award-winning, I'm not kidding. She's won awards for the content she creates.
Go check her Facebook profile out. There's a picture of her standing there with her trophy.
She's awesome. So find people like that to follow. Find people like that to learn from. And learning from her is also not free. She has paid for courses. We have paid for courses and paid for things that we do. You're not truly DIYing and not investing in some of that to get to the point
that your social media is going to work for you and not against you, or just not do anything for you. There's very few people. I come across once in a while somebody where their social media is working against them. That's not the norm, but every once in a while it is. Moffett, Moffet. Is
Hold
it?
on.
I'm looking it up for you because now that I'm trying to spell it out loud, I can't.
Yeah, crap. We can do it if we're typing it.
Okay, I'm putting it in here for you because again, I am terrible. So her group is awesome, and I cannot think of the name of her group. However, I will put a link to it down below here in a little bit for you. But make sure that you're investing in yourself. You're very rarely are you going to be able to truly free DIY something when you want to do it well.
Remember, it's an even exchange. So like they have the knowledge, you need it. You exchange money, you give them money in exchange for their knowledge. It's like they had to pay, and it's blood, sweat, and tears for them to get that knowledge. So don't feel entitled to the knowledge just because of who, like, so just remember that, like, we're going to constantly encourage you to, you got to pay for it. Just like you wanted a college education, you had to pay for it.
Absolutely.
You wanted a certification, had to pay for it. It's the same thing. So never discount something just because you have to pay for it. And we're also not saying, like, if you can't, like, don't overextend yourself either. Be smart, but be intentional, and don't turn your nose up at something just because you have to pay for it. I think is what I'm trying to get to here.
Yes.
It hasn't finished installing.
Yeah. So I will put a link to get to Brittany here in a little bit. I just tried to find it real quick and I can't. So point is, invest in that includes time. Invest time, money, and effort into your social media, because it is what's going to make or break your business. It is absolutely true. We've seen businesses through the years. You've seen horrible commercials, and then they disappear. You never see them again, because your social media, your advertising, all of that can make or break your business.
Yes, it can. And I had a really profound statement and a really profound thought, and it is no longer here.
Well, you can come back in and type it in later. We're going to let you ladies go for the day. Have an amazing Monday. Monday.
Monday.
Money Monday. I like that. Money Monday. Remember to rise, become, and be everything today. And drop by the group and tell us what you are going to accomplish this week. Not what you plan on accomplishing this week. What you are going to accomplish this week. I want to hear all about it. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, you guys.
RBB Morning Show, the coach, mentor, marketing, and social media strategist you need each and every morning.